Now, archaeologists have not been able to locate this village called Emmaus, and there's no record of the town in any other reputable historical sources, which is why some scholars have actually called the road to Emmaus the road to nowhere. But I'm less interested in the physical geography of Emmaus than in its spiritual typology. I wonder if Emmaus isn't just another name for any place that you retreat to or return to when your world falls apart, when your faith falls apart. The writer Frederick Buechner puts it this way: Emmaus can be a trip to the movies just for the sake of seeing a movie, or to a cocktail party just for the sake of the cocktails. Emmaus may be buying a new shirt or a new car, or smoking more cigarettes than you really want, or reading a second-rate novel, or even writing one. Emmaus may be going to church on Sunday, because Emmaus is whatever we do or wherever we go to make ourselves forget that the world holds nothing sacred, that even the wisest and bravest and loveliest decay and die. If that's true, then my Emmaus is retail therapy. It's mindless doom scrolling on my iPhone. It's binging Netflix late into the night. It's an intimate encounter with a person who hasn't earned the right to that level of intimacy. It's working every waking hour because I can't seem to separate my identity from my vocation. Emmaus is anywhere we go to get rid of the emotions we don't want to feel or the memories we don't want to remember. Where is God when we are on the road to Emmaus, when we walk this road to nowhere? Where is God when we're living with hope in the past tense? Luke tells us that the stranger on this road isn't actually a stranger at all. It was Jesus himself. And isn't that interesting when you stop to think about it? Jesus is standing right there in front of them having a chit-chat, and these two travelers have no idea. If you look closely at the language, you'll see that the problem is not that the two travelers do not see Jesus, it's that they don't recognize him. Which makes me wonder whether hopelessness might have kind of a blinding effect on us. It makes me wonder whether God is always present on this road called grief, waiting to be identified, waiting to be invited into the conversation, but maybe, just maybe, we can't make out the silhouette of the divine through the foggy lenses of our own disappointment. Perhaps we can become so hyper-focused on our pain that we see God, but we do not recognize God. Maybe the divine is all around us, even in the mess and the madness of this moment, but we're too busy kicking rocks and staring at the ground to recognize God. Well, lucky for all of us, God doesn't stop speaking just because we're not paying attention. The stranger on the road that day hears their complaints and responds with a Bible lesson. Haven't they read the prophets? Have they forgotten the stories that are stacked together through their sacred texts? You know, the stories of our tradition in our text, they're nothing less than reminders that when suffering comes, God doesn't offer us a parachute to escape. God offers us a presence to endure. And this is the promise that Christians hold on to when we succumb to hope in the past tense.